The farm is back. Dylan's back. He's made it back here after
Made
his
it
long
back
journey.
just in time to sweat some absolute golf madness
Yeah.
with some
Yeah.
absolute runners. We'll see.
It's day. I told you this, man. We've been It's like you have to get excited about a team when it looks good day two, but also like it's day two. 50% of the tournament is left to go. But it's a great team. You have great teams. I mean, Benny James is looking great out there. Young cat.
Benny James looks so good.
Yeah.
That sounds that sounds like my youngin at your house.
Yeah. Yes, I have sent over here. So is that what you're listening for? His cry? Because it's this thing. You can tell.
I can tell the old Miles cry.
Yeah, if you just take a break and listen, you can kind of detect. It's like the squall of a young bird.
I would listen. I was in South Carolina for work and I couldn't bet, and I laid a bet before I left, and it just won, right under $1,000 there. But the last piece was San Francisco. They were down 10 runs.
I think it was 9-1. I think it was 9-1.
Yeah, whatever. They were down close to that double-digit mark. I was like, it's over, whatever. Just chalk it up. And then I see 10-7. I'm driving, and then I see 11-10. They won. Mr. Bryce Eldridge, who I just highly tout, just hit a walk-off grand slam. Like nothing feels, but that's not major money, not a major mover for me in any way. But like, just feels so good.
No, but let me give you the reverse case here. Someone bet Washington money line, and they had thousands of dollars on it. Their cash out was 99%, 95%. He's like, why would I cash out? I can make $30 extra. I don't need to cash out. $30 extra is still like, I'll take it.
And then you see 10-7 at the bottom of the ninth. You're like, it's okay. It's okay.
Dude, they're like, no way, it's gonna be historic. And like until it is, and that's there was some schlub on the other side of that had a bigger parlay. He had more money on it, and it's just like he feels good about it, and he should feel great. No one ever comes back from that amount down. But yeah, we're talking baseball today. Yeah, we're talking baseball today. We got a massive slate, 13 games. Some of the stuff I don't know. Have you dove in pretty deeply? We've been following golf, so I haven't had enough time to like really like follow closely what's been happening. But like in terms of lineups, but I do know we have like a Vegas game again, which is tricky because everyone in that game is just like plus 100 to hit a home run. You're like, what do I do in DFS? Do I play it? Do I fade it?
Yeah, this is the thing. You have to play it tonight. I mean, I wish it wasn't that. I wish that wasn't the case. And I think the Oakland pitcher is decent, but like, man, the Colorado bullpen sucks, and it's just in a fantastic park with the wind ripping out to right again. So the lefties are absolutely going to be in play.
Yeah.
But before we jump in, I think we'll be back to back tomorrow, Sunday for best ball weekend. Man, I love listen, our draft strategy changes, right? You want to, I love to catch falling ADPs, and we'll talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, let's talk about our guys, because I think there's some guys that I've talked about, some cases I've made for guys I've talked about, but we haven't talked about it here. And I don't know, like, I think there's some others. We're different on some pieces, but I think we're similar some. I mean, what we're the same on is the Ascendenti, because I should just tell you real fast what my Ascendenti is. And
no, dude, don't even tell people. People are gonna see that and just be like, "This guy don't know. This guy don't know ball."
Dude, hold on, but it's just
ball.
Yeah, I mean, it's just absurd. So I've done 85 drafts. So I have.
Listen, before you talk about that, though, like I listen to the other streamers and the best ball guys, Matic overs it, and listening to. Like they were like, who's taking Ascendenti at 3? And like everyone's like, I'm one of those guys. Like we are those psycho Ascendenti drafters where it's just like, why is he going at 2? Why is he going at 3? Right? It's just like we have way too much Genti.
It's a movement, and we're part of the way. So number one overall is, I'm just giving you top 2 because it's kind of funny. So number 1 is Matthew Golden. I have $1,500 worth of Matthew Golden. I don't hate it. There's a lot of downside in that pick, and there's a lot of like maybe he scores 0 weeks for you, as his number shows on his jersey. Number 2. Tell me how this sits with you. This is Dylan Sampson at $1,100 worth of Dylan Sampson.
Disgusting.
It's tough. He's a value running back.
We need to jump into baseball, but like,
okay,
I want to talk exposures tomorrow.
Okay, but we'll do it more tomorrow. But number 3 is Ascendenti, which is just insane for a round 1 pick. I have 50% of my drafts. I've done 85 drafts. 50% of my drafts have Ascendenti, which is just insane.
Do you want to hear something more disgusting?
Number 5 is Jack Besh. You want
to hear something even more disgusting?
Yeah, Jack Besh.
This is my exposure. 1250. I've only done, I don't know, 60 something drafts. 1250, 80% Jack Besh. Looky, who's number 2? 69% Jalen Naylor. Oh, look, another record. Oh, who's number 3? 50% Ascendenti. Oh, look, who's number 4? 45% Fernando Mendoza. Listen, if the Raiders suck this year, I'm just donating money to the best ball gods. But listen, let's jump into the slate.
Yeah, let's do it.
4 Raiders and the top 5 exposures all over 50%. Like, that's disgusting. Guys, don't do that. Don't do as I do. It's not the right path.
No, I mean, you really need that to work. You also like, you don't need it to be you don't need it to be perfect, but like you want it to be. I mean, this is the best case for it. It's a great week 17 matchup, and the reason you're going like I like the exposure someone because it's like those guys. Maybe 3 of those guys don't score for you once this entire season until week 17 when it wins you $2 million.
And the reason that's not bad is Genty. We know he's a priority pick, and you're spending up first round, second. I mean, you're getting him in first round. You're not going to get him in the end of the second anymore. No. It's just you're not. But the reason I love that, the reason I love the Raiders is like outside of Genty, you're not paying a dime for any of those guys. Jack Beck was undrafted and he's going higher now. And there's a little buzz at a camp, and Naylor's going a little bit higher, and Trey Tucker, like all these guys, right? To be honest, the guy I'm the most worried about is Mendoza. Like, is he gonna? I need Kirk Cousins to suck. I need Mendoza to play near the end of the season, and that's just. I mean, Mendoza teams are always 3 quarterback teams, never 2s. But yeah, I do like the Raiders a whole lot. So as you can tell about my ownership. But let's jump into game 1. Huge DraftKings slate, 888 again tonight. Time to run it. Time to run it back. 100K Friday.
Are you doing 888?
Love to see it. I don't know. I'm a single entry.
Easy to do it because you just parlay it from the future of golf winnings. That's what I do.
Oh my god, there's nothing worse when you just like.
I do that.
You're like, listen, I'm forecasting this, and it's looking fantastic, and absolutely just like guys get hit by meteors, like they break their putters, and that's hate to see it, but. Yeah. All right, let's jump into the first game. You can talk pricing. I want you to take a peek at the weather as well, if you don't mind. I'm following StatCast. I'm not going to share, but it's free. Baseball Savant. Use this. Just use this as kind of tiebreakers. If you know ball, you can kind of see what guys are doing, and maybe guys that are underperforming. But man, the StatCast is pretty damn red for the Orioles. It's in Camden, right? Yes, it's in Camden. Griffin Canning on the mound for the Padres and Shane Baz on the mound for the Orioles. And this is a spot where I was like, I don't know if I want to play this. I kind of like the Padres on the road. Baz is kind of up and down. But, man, looking at this, like, Griffin Canning's not good. The Orioles are going to be under-owned in this spot, especially with that, the Vegas game later on. So, for me, I think I could play some Orioles as kind of rubber. If Jackson Holiday, starts to heat up, I like these guys. Yeah. I just look at if you go to the – you have a lot of these guys. Alonso, Sam Huff is just a guy. He's a former big prospect as a catcher. He's a ginormous individual. But I don't know if he'll catch him. Blaze, Basayo, Mayo, Rushman, Ward, all these guys. StatCast look phenomenal. So for me, the A side in this game would be the Orioles, and I think they might make a single entry deal for me. So what are your thoughts here, though?
Yeah, so I don't hate it. I mean, Griffin Canning's not good. I think the Orioles are really heating up. They would have to be they would filter in as the pivot off of Oakland or the A's because of their prices and like the positional play. Like it's like, okay, you go Alonso over Kurtz, right? It's like that's the decisions you're making. Honestly, I don't hate it. Like, I mean, Alonso's going to come in 8% owned. Nick Kurtz is going to come in 35% owned potentially. It's like he's plus 100 hit home run. Like, I mean, if you have Basayo or Adley Rutschman in, I mean, they're going to be.
You just look at Nick Kurtz. Like, if he hits a home run and hits a double and scores, I mean, he scores 25 points. Like, that could be fun, but there's going to be other first basemen. Like, and you talk about upside. That's a great case. Like, Pete Alonso can hit 2 home runs, and it's like, well, Kurtz has to hit 2 home runs, right? So it's that onesies, right? You really have to get right. So I get that.
I mean, so I do like Baltimore. I think they're very interesting. Again, it would be the priority offense. If I stack them, it would be a 5-man stack. I would just fully sell out to play Baltimore. Shane Baz has been phenomenal in his last 5 starts. He's went like at least 6 innings. I think he's only given up at most 2 runs in those 7 starts in those last 5 starts.
Game logs look good. I mean, best ball bags are packed.
Yeah,
with that guy. So we really
he's been good. He's been good. He's been so much better. So like, I think 7-8's a little expensive, but man, I don't know. I'm talking to myself. He was just 8-5. Now he's 7-8 in Baltimore. I get that. That's a concern, but San Diego's a bad offense. I mean, this could be an absolute like Baltimore smash spot. They put up 12 on the worst offense in the league. With that said, I have so much Jackson Merrill. I have so much Tatis and best ball. I'm very worried, and I have a lot of Baz, so it's like competing forces. Maybe the A side is just to play the Baltimore offense, and I think the secondary play here would be Shane Baz at pitcher at 7-8, depending if I need a SP2 in that range.
In Camden, I just don't know if I can play it. Pulling up the weather as we speak, and we're gonna have to burn through some of these games because we got World Cup action coming on. We got Canada. We have Bosnia, Herzegovina. However you're gonna say it.
Decent hitting weather is what I see in Camden today.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Yeah. Hot.
85.
Went out to right a little bit.
But barely. I mean,
it's just hot. I mean, just going to be scorcher there. Wind in. Yeah. It's absolutely a target spot for me. Yeah. Listen, let's jump to the next game, and I'll mull over single entry 888 for later on. But we have the Tigers on the road facing the Guardians. I think, is it Bybee on the mound? Yeah, Bobby on the mound for the Guardians and Flattery on the mound for the Tigers. Flattery's been a little bit better lately. Once again, I'm not playing pitchers against Cleveland. I just don't do it. They just don't strike out enough. Solid on up and down. Just don't want to ever do that. And Bobby's a guy I liked kind of before the season started and before he actually started pitching because he's kind of been up and down. I don't really want to do it here. Colt Keith finally hit his first home run for the Tigers. You can talk me into him a little bit, but in 13-game slate, you really have to pick your spots. And this is just a spot I'm going to avoid both pitchers and bats and just hope it doesn't bite me. Wind in a little bit, about 8 miles an hour from left field. Probably doesn't matter. 75 degrees, okay-ish hitting weather. Yeah. Just nothing I'm gonna target. I think both pitchers can be competent, but not good enough to need in DraftKings, and not bad enough to need the bats on the other side. So, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, this will be quick. So, I mean, both pitchers are pretty good. I think they're both Bs. Like, I think they can be 2s, low end 2s, high end 3s. I think they're both in play.
I like how you went from ABCs to 1, 2, 3s.
Yeah,
they're both Bs, and then maybe 3s.
Ace is 1, and then you can be like the number 2 in a rotation is a B. You see what I'm saying? They call me the crossover king.
Yeah.
No, but Dylan, I don't know if you looked at their prices. I didn't know if you had that photo, but they're 7-3 and 7-2. Like, they're cheaper than Shane Baz, and there's an argument that be had that you could play either guy here. It's in Cleveland. It's like a middling park, can lend to be more of a pitcher's park. Maybe I prefer Tanner Bybee. Detroit's been heating up, but they have more strikeouts in their lineup. So I think Bybee at 7-3 is somewhat interesting. I mean, it would be hard. Like, straight up though, I think I prefer Baz. I think San Diego's been worse. I think Detroit has been heating up. So like, that's a concern. But the only play in this game is one of the pitchers if you need an SB2 in that range. I think it makes complete sense. And you could talk yourself into a hot Jake Flattery or like Tanner Bybee, who I liked season long. He hasn't really performed that well, but I think there's still some stuff to like in the profile. And we've seen, decent start last time out, 8 innings, only 3 Ks, but still like decent start for him. That's it to add. I don't think there's anything else I need to. We don't need to.
Well, let's keep this train chugging along. So we have the Rangers visiting the Red Sox in Boston. So we have on the mound for the Rangers, I think it is, who is it?
It's Jack Leiter.
Yeah. Jack Leiter, listen, he's been great lately. He's a guy that I saw pitching in Camden probably a couple months ago. Maybe not maybe a month ago. And guy looked great. I mean, his fastball looked great. A lot of action on his fastball. He's been pretty good lately, but I still don't want to play him against the Red Sox. Red Sox are underperforming. It's just not a spot for me to play. We're looking at a similar setup to the previous game where I don't really want to pick on Sonny Gray either, right? I don't want to pick on Sonny Gray with the Rangers. I know they're getting healthy. Langford's back. Seager's back. Those guys are hitting. Berger's hitting well. Nemo's obviously a monster. So the priority might be, if I want to stack a team, might be, stacking against Sonny Gray to get a little contrarian. I just don't think you need to do it on a 13-game slate. And I just won't be doing it. And another case to be made here is like, obviously Fenway's it's better for righties if you can lift it over the monster there. Lefties, it's pretty deep. I think it's the deepest park in baseball. I said the deepest dimension. Kind of left center there is very deep. So for me, it's just like we're looking for home runs. We're looking for massive movements of the ball. We need these balls to get out. We need more than just singles and doubles, right? So for me, I'm not going to play this game. I won't play either pitcher. I don't think. Jack Leiter, you can talk me into it, but it's just not on this slate. So give me your thoughts. It's going to be pass play. It's going to be a complete pass game for me. But
I'm leaning pass. We don't have to dive into it. Both pitchers are pretty good. Sonny Gray 8-3 don't love. I mean, I've been like stacking against. I don't think you can stack Texas against him here. I think he doesn't. Yeah, it's not a game he gets torched. And then Jack Leiter at 7-5. Yeah, somewhat interesting, but I prefer Shane Baz. I think I prefer either of the pitchers in the previous game. Complete pass here. Just avoid it. I think this is going to be a low-scoring affair, but I don't see an elite performance out of either pitcher. So,
yeah, couldn't agree more. And just out on top of that, so it looks like there might be a little weather there tonight. So, just something to keep an eye on. Let's jump to the next game. We have the Diamondbacks visiting Great American Small Park, and I think it's the off-speed king himself, K-Rod on the mound for the Diamondbacks. And our favorite, just absolute blue monster, Nick Lodolo. God, his underlines look so bad. But just last year, it's just like he had a blister. I just think he's going to positively regress. And I'm going to play him tonight. He's in the 6K. So, like, man, I'm just going to close my eyes and pray. Well, I'll be eyes wide open watching this game. He's not hoping it's not, but 17% K rate, not good. 9% walk rate, not good.
Pull up his numbers from last year. Just see what
I'll pull it up. But yeah, for me in this game, if you wanted to play bats, it would be Cincinnati. I just don't know if I want to do that. K-Rod has good off speed. Cincinnati's kind of been struggling. So I'm just not. I don't think I'm going to do that there. But yeah, looking Lodolo, I mean, it's night and day from last year. I mean, the strikeout rate, everything's way better last year. And I think, he's 28 years old, former first rounder. He's going to figure it out. Lodolo is going to be just fine. These numbers are going to improve. And that's just, me speculating. More of it, like the underlines just don't look good right now, but I think it's going to be fine. And Cincinnati, outside of kind of those top few bats, they're not really difficult, right? Nolan Arenado, the historic lefty masher, just kind of his bat's kind of fallen off a little bit. In American Small Park, I could see him getting to Lodolo, and that worries me a little bit. But Kettle Marte monster, you got to worry about him. That's the guy you really want to worry about here against lefties. So other than that, this is just a pass game. I could be talking to the Reds a little bit. For value, obviously, I love Novi Marte coming up. Has some pop and some speed there. And then we have obviously Edwin Arroyo as some more value. Yeah. I really wanted to play South Stewart. The guy Super Mario just hasn't been hitting well. Has the best spots and just been striking out. So that's all I have. Go ahead and jump in though.
Yeah, so I mean, you hit on some things. I love Nick Lodolo. He'll probably make my big bill. I think the profile last season, we've seen it's just been such a short sample. He just got back, and Arizona's not been very good this season. Like they've had spikes performances. There's a couple of bats, but the second half of the lineup is fairly weak. I like Lodolo a lot at 6'7". I think he just makes the most sense. Out of the cheap options we discussed, I prefer him over Shane Boss.
My man just dropped to 6'7".
I know, dude. I thought about it when I said, I'm like, I don't even know. I didn't even want it. I thought about it, Dylan. I was like, I shouldn't even bring it up. You brought it up, you bastard. No, but then Cincinnati, it's like, I think Cincinnati to me is your Baltimore to some degree. I think for me, if I want to fit in Oakland, I want to get Mizorowski, which I do on this slate. They're a way to kind of fit priority bats in. I think, you mentioned a couple guys, but Matt McClain even's been hitting the ball really well. South Stewart has been struggling, but I mean, we've seen some life in the last 2 games, a home run, a couple hits last night. I think we're seeing some improvements against the lefty here. Eduardo Rodriguez has been smoking mirrors, and he's just keeps getting away with it. And he may get away with it again here against a Cincinnati lineup that's just without Ellie De La Cruz and has looked a little soulless. But man, I like it a lot. I think there's value here. And if I end up prioritizing the A's, I think I could get some Cincinnati bats, especially the value righties, right? You mentioned Arroyo, McCain. I like
Marte. You look at his off-speed run value and Statcast. The guy's been very good with his off-speed pitch. It's like
his off-speed stuff has been phenomenal.
It's Eduardo goes as that off-speed goes, and the guy's been really good in that regard. So for me, I really do worry about this.
The last thing in terms of park factor today, this is only behind the Vegas stadium. So this is another reason I like it. You could get some cheap pop here. And you're just looking at just minimum price guys. You could get 2 guys for 4,200 in this game, in Arroyo and Noah Marte. And I think both those guys have a decent chance to perform well here. So yeah, I like it I think it's my favorite value stack on the entire slate. I don't like 5-man's going to be tough. I don't know if I love a 5-man here, but I think a 3-man makes a lot of sense. And I'll be putting pieces of probably Vegas and or Baltimore to complete the team. But outside of that, I love Lodolo. I love Cincinnati. You'll see a lot of this game in my teams tonight.
All right, let's move on. We have our Braves visiting the Mets. I think Strider's on the bump for the Braves. Nolan McClain's on the bump for the Mets. Man, this is the spot where Nolan McClain's underlines look good, and I've been playing him, and he's been getting absolutely shoved by bad teams. And this is where I start, where I don't play him, and he absolutely shoves against the Braves. I'm not going to do it in the slate, right? I don't want to play pitchers against the Braves, period, pretty much. If I had to play a pitcher in this spot, it's definitely just going to be Strider. I mean, higher walk rate, higher strikeout rate, more risk there, but I think more upside against this Mets lineup. Does strike a little bit more than the Braves. So for me, this game is a complete pass for bats. McClain's good enough where I don't think you want to stack the Braves in this slate. We've seen him get blown up at times. It just, there's something about these in-division games where guys actually show up a little bit more. And I think McClain could be dialed in a little bit. And there's no science behind that. It's just like the thought process of, okay, in division game, the Braves are kind of mashing the Mets right now in the division, right? So maybe McClain is a better outing here. I'm not going to play either side as far as bats go. But if you see me in the single entry with one of these pitchers, don't be surprised.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's pitcher or pass, and I kind of want to pass on the pitchers too. I don't think neither offense to me is in play. McClain is good enough to limit the damage. We've been struggling a little bit since we lost Acuna too. I don't know. I'm a little worried there. And then Strider's competent enough. I've seen enough good out of him that I don't want to play the Mets, although the Mets are healthier now. For me, it's complete pass. I think the pitcher's also just expensive, more expensive than I'm willing to pay for in this slate. I prefer some of the cheaper options. We talked about Shane Baz at his cost and or Lodolo just are better options in my opinion. And I think they have similar upside in the slate. So it's pitcher or pass. I think I'm going to pass on the pitchers as well. So
Let's keep this train moving.
Yeah.
We have the Yankees visiting the Blue Jays. Can you? I thought I saw you Savage. Now I see TBD on Statcast. Can you confirm it's your Savage?
Yeah.
And then we have Ryan Weathers on the mound for the Yankees. Before I jump into the batters and the other side, I really didn't want to play batters on the other side if it's Weathers and you Savage. Is it your Savage or is it someone else? Did you Savage get scratched?
It's a Savage.
Okay, good.
As of right now. I mean, I like that's what I'm seeing live.
Yeah,
so.
no, I mean sometimes Statcast and Baseball Savant's a little bit behind, so I think I'm not going to play any of this game. Fast play, 13-game slate. I don't want to play Weathers or you Savage in these spots. I mean, both teams can be competent. I know you were picking on the Blue Jays a little bit. They're just getting healthier. I really don't want to play Weathers. Weathers does have a great strikeout rate. The Blue Jays are definitely going to be worse against lefty generally. But Vlad, Springer, all these guys are going to be fine here. So for me, I'm not going to play either pitcher at their price. Bats won't be a priority in this game either. What are your thoughts, though?
Yeah, I think it's pitcher or pass again, and then also pass on the pitchers. Like, I mean, you have Weathers at 9K. Like, I don't love the upside here against Toronto. You mentioned this a couple times. Toronto doesn't strike out. Look at their team. Like, they have one guy that strikes out, and that guy also hits home runs. So it's like, yeah, pick your poison there. And then Savage to me is maybe the better option. He's a little cheaper than Weathers at 8.5, and the Yankees do strike out more. But the Yankees still have legit hitters up and down lineup, and they put a lineup. They're not giving you the San Diego Padres lineup right now. So, I think it's pitcher or pass, and I think there's better options up high and better options down low. This range between like 9K and 8K is just not something I'm looking at tonight. So I think it's an avoid spot.
All right, let's jump into another game. You need to talk me into one side or another here. I just don't know what to do. We have the Dodgers visiting the White Sox. We got Saki on the mound for the Dodgers. Been so much better lately. Has strikeout stuff. Man, but those White Sox are pesky. So I don't know if I'll do it. And Anthony Kay's on the mound for the White Sox. This is what I need to hear. Like, Anthony Kay's just not good. He's been getting pretty lucky, but the guy's stuff is just not good. So, like, man, the Dodgers are absolutely interesting here if you can pay up for them. But once again, we have pay ups in Vegas. Do we need to prioritize that? So for me, the Dodgers are going to be interesting if there's value pieces, right? I know you like Ryan Ward a lot. If we're going to see him here against the lefty, that's a good play. Can you tell me his price? That's somewhere we're just looking at one-offs. Like, I could be interested there as well. So for me, I just don't know what to do here. I could play Paez, I could play Ward, but I'm really just looking for value in this game, if anything. And I don't know what I'm going to do with Saki. I might play him, but give me his price real fast.
Let me pull it up. So I'm just getting the prices. So Ward is fairly cheap. So Saki's 8.2. So there's maybe some tepid interest at 8.2. I think I prefer Lodolo. And I think I'm just going to jam Mizrowski. So like, I don't have to consider it's just SP2s. I think for me, it's just I probably prefer Lodolo.
And I hope Miz gets a little bit lower owned because the Phillies are a much better team and the thing the Phillies do a lot is they strike out a whole lot. Miz is going to get a lot of strikeouts, so there is risk there. But like Miz is so good at getting through bats with K's. It's just valuable there. So yeah, what are your thoughts on this game then? Are you going to play the Dodgers?
So I mean,
Saki
I really like the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers, like, I would treat them as the same as how we treated Baltimore, right? I think if you play the Dodgers, stack them up, 5-stack them. I think you could throw to make the stack work. You could throw like Ward in there. I think would throw Rushman in there because Will Smith is hurt. Like, Rushman still got a decent back. And then to me, when I'm playing 5-stack in the Dodgers, I'm playing Shohei Ohtani. So like the way I would do it is like this is another great pivot off of the Vegas game done. And so like I think if you do that with Baltimore, I think the other case to be made here is the Dodgers on this slate. I think they'll be just as low owned as Baltimore. But it's just another good offensive spot. But I think if you stack them, to me, this is one like, hey, make that the priority stack. Go Shohei. Then throw Ward, throw Rushing on there. Freddie Freeman's been hitting so well too. So I'll throw like Freddie and Paez and just give me the 3 best batters in LA and then give me the value bats in Ward and Rushing. I think that's a very creative 5-man stack that you do. Again, it would have to be a priority stack and you're doing that over the Vegas team. But I think it has the same merit as it does the Baltimore stack. And then the Dodgers are heating up, man. I mean, they've been cooking every night lately. So you could see that again continue here against K. Again, priority. I think what is your feel on that ownership though? I feel like it's gonna be pretty low.
Pretty low on the slate. Like paying up there is going to be so contrarian, and not contrarian as much as I might think because people are big Dodgers fans, and they're going to want to play this spot probably. But just based on the slate and the totals and where you want to target, I think they're going to be lower owned than a couple of teams we've already talked about, and obviously the Vegas team. So yeah, let's jump to the next game.
Shohei's day to day. So
yeah, and I kind of
strong chance to be in the lineup. Yeah,
I kind of gloss over Shohei. I really don't play him in the stack as much as I should. Just at price, especially on a slate like this, I probably would just leave Shohei off. And this is a way to get different with the Dodgers is place him in the cheap bats. But
yeah, Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's concerning. I just you built the case around their star. If he plays, he's interesting. Day-to-day tag means like people won't play him, but if they play him, they feel confident that he's healthy. So
And he just swings a great bat. I mean, sure, he could hit double home run on any
yeah,
night. So
yeah,
I totally get that. But let's jump into the Phillies game. Phillies at Brewers. We got Miz on the mound for the Brewers, and then Painter. Man, he's horrible right now on the mound for the Phillies.
sad.
Man, just play Mizorowski. I mean, you don't have to, but I'm going to.
Yeah.
And just guys are just one of the best strikeout pitchers that I've seen in the last 5 years. Just amazing strikeout stuff. Just an absolute gamer too. Just wants to stay in there. I mean, you're not going to get him low owned by any means. 13 games slate. I'm sure he's going to be 40, 50% owned, but maybe people will get scared off of the price and the Phillies and this and that, but just don't get scared. The guy's amazing. Play him. You want to jam this guy, and I'm going to jam him and make the bats work around him. I'm not playing Painter. If you want a contrarian stack, maybe play the Brewers. Me and you both believe in Painter's talent, but just like Bubba Chandler cannot put it all together. So I can't play this spot. But what are your thoughts here? It's in this game, it's Mizorowski, and then I'll see you later.
Yeah, so I agree. I think Mizorowski's such a good play. I think Painter, like this dude, it's funny because Painter and Mizorowski, I think, dude, give me the stats on Painter and Mizorowski. Just give me the not the pitching stats, give me the size stats because I think they're both pretty big. I don't know if Miz is bigger. I think Painter may be bigger. So this is the battle of the giants on the mound. Dude, you know what's an interesting way to stack it? I think Painter and Miz are both in play. I think Painter at 6K is like, man, we haven't seen him put it all together. We've seen
Painter 6'7", 215.
Dude, the boy's big. Dude, I told you, Painter's a big. That's why, like, I think Mizorowski's just as tall, but like Painter's a big boy on the mound. I really wish I mean, he's just big goofball currently, but I wish he'd put it all together because he's got the talent. Give me the Miz's size though.
I'm looking.
Yeah, he's pretty tall. But yeah, price wise, I mean, Mizorowski at 12K. I'm just gonna put him in the lineup, and I'll just build around him. I think he's safe.
Miz is 6'7". I mean, these are battle of the absolute.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, dude,
a little bit more slender, but man, these guys are just.
Painter's big, dude. I saw him, I was like, shit, he's huge. I just saw the coach talking like, this guy's a monster. But dude, 6K is like, could Painter beat Lodolo tonight? Maybe. And Lodolo is safer. We've seen Lodolo go 90 pitches, 100 pitches, and like get through lineups. Painter can't. He just seems to continue. And Milwaukee's healthy. I talked myself out of Painter. Don't play Painter tonight. I don't even know why I said it. It's a stupid play. I'm still holding on. I bet on my rookie of the year ticket, so I'm like, oh yeah, maybe.
I wouldn't say it's a stupid play. It's just a thin play and a slate with so much good. I mean, Lodolo could be argued just as thin of a play on a slate that's pretty deep in pitching. So. Yeah, I totally get that there. Man, I hated Clayton miss birdie on the first opportunity. But listen, find the fairways, find the greens, give yourself a chance.
Mitchell birdie. So
yeah, Mitchell. Killer Keith. All right, let's move to the next game though. You got anything else in that game? Miz pass, Painter pass. I mean, Miz or Painter and pass. Like you want to play
you gotta play Miz. Miz is a lock.
This is a game where you could see some bats pop off. I think there's a little weather here. Things gonna be fine. No issue here. But we have Tatsuyama on the bump for the Astros, Avila on the bump for the Royals. Both pitchers not that. I mean, to be fair, Amai's been a little bit better lately, and Avila is giving up very soft contact. So the guy's decent. I'm not a long-term believer in him, so maybe I just like underrate him generally, but he's fine. I just don't think you can play either pitcher in this spot. No. I can be talked into a Royal stack, man. They just burned me time and time again. And in a 13-game slate, I just don't really want to do it against Umai. And I think he has good enough stuff where maybe he's walking guys, but there's just not enough hard hits to for a full stack to get there. So in the game of pass play, this is going to be a pass, but this might be my scariest pass game where like, man, I go back to this game like, of course you needed bats from this game. You can see either side blowing up. We know the dimensions in Kansas City have shrunk a little bit, but it hasn't played up really. Kind of quite as much as the expectations led us to believe. But yeah, for me, it's just going to be a pass in this game, but maybe you have a different take than I do.
No, I think we're on the same page. The A side is the hitters for both offenses. Like I think neither pitcher's in play in this slate. I'm not considered either. The A side are the bats. But I think they're like middling offenses tonight. I think they put up in the 4 to 5 run range, both teams, which is like probably what near projection, maybe a little even over. I think it's over their total run projection for each team, but I think they could kind of exceed their run total, but like not do enough to be on a winning team. So for that reason, I'm thinking pass. I mean, if you tell me Yordan Alvarez puts up 40 points, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, he at cost is like there's a bunch of good options, So I think I think it's probably just avoid. But with that said, the caveat is like I think both offenses still score. So like maybe if you want a cheap 3-man unowned stack, go to like either of these offenses like Jack Cag, Bobby Witt, Vinny P. One side maybe Isak, Christian Walker, Jordan on the other side, and like that's a creative 3-man stack.
We can't get through a stream without hearing the name Isak come out your mouth.
Yeah, he's
paying just like
every time I say it. Because every time I say it, and then you say it too. So it's just like we say
you
his
just
name.
like I don't know. You love Isak so much. Maybe it's just a name. Isak Parade is just a good name. Good name. But listen, let's move to the next game.
He
I have
sounds
nothing
like
else to add.
character.
Nothing else to add there. So we have the Cardinals on the road facing the Twins. I think it's Joe Ryan on the bump for the Twins, and then it's Kyle Leahy on the bump for the Birds, the Redbirds. But I just don't know if I can play Joe Ryan in the spot. St. Louis has been such a pesky team, and man, Jordan Walker just bags packed in baseball. The guy's absolutely just. I mean, is he just like the best hitter in baseball? I mean, he went from being a guy that might be sent down to now he's a bona fide all-star.
Yeah, he's a beast, dude.
Not only is he an all-star this year, he's the starting outfielder. He's a starting right fielder in the out. I mean, he is. Like he's going to be the starting right fielder. So the guy's an absolute.
You love to see it. You love when like a guy comes up, struggles, goes and fixes his swing, and then becomes the star he was supposed to be.
Man, I was watching this video. I don't think his swing is so much different. It's the confidence that's different. The guy is just swinging the confidence stick, and he has so much raw power.
Yeah, some people, dude, confidence is real.
Dude, how is this ball out? The guy's just got such an effortless swing, and he's got so much power behind that big frame that just the ball flies out. So love to see it.
Dude, confidence is underrated in sports. Conor McGregor built an empire off of confidence. Like he was okay. He wasn't extremely.
Dude, I'm fairly confident that Alda beats him if it's a full fight.
Dude,
right? It's just
that's what I'm saying. Just supreme confidence and like he levied the field on it.
Dude,
like
some people have magic. Like they have the magic where like dude, the underlines don't matter. Nothing matters. Like these guys just have magic.
I think Tapori's got a little magic in his hands. We just segued hard to.
Dude, Tapori's got sledgehammers in his hands.
Dude,
I'm a Volk diehard, and I think Volk could absolutely beat.
I think
if you run that fight back, I think Volk has the skills to like. He just needs to not get hit. And the problem is, man.
The problem is this fight this weekend is going to be bad, in my opinion. Not bad. Like, I think it'll be a great fight to watch, but it's going to be like a beatdown because Justin Gaethje, like, he's good when he can endure some shots, but I think Ilya's just going to hurt him. And it's going to, like, Ilya hits people when they just go out, and it's just insane. And I think
Gaethje is one thing; he's super hittable. And like
that's what I'm saying.
The one guy you don't want to be super hittable against is the guy he's fighting.
Yeah, it's
like,
just like
Justin Gaethje would never on the White House lawn put a singlet on. But man, if he put the singlet on, he needs to work in that gas tank. He needs a gas to pour you, and then he has a chance. But listen, we've segued way too far off the beach path. But Joe Ryan, you could talk me into him playing him. Leahy, his underlines are horrible. But man, you know what? I don't even care. The Twins suck.
I hate the Twins. Dude, Buxton hit the home run, leadoff home run, Buxton every night. It feels
who hit a home run for the Twins? Obviously, it was Buxton. And I have
I have some Buxton too. Yeah, I like them.
Like Keisha's been underperforming severely. I mean, just taking a huge step back.
I hate that. I have Keisha. I think every Buxton team probably has Keisha on it.
So once again, if I was stacking a game, this sounds crazy. I just won't do it as far as I can trade angle, but I would just stack against Joe Ryan. I mean, St. Louis has been pesky. You get Joe Ryan, Chase, you're going to get a shitty Twins bullpen. So for me, it's going to be a pass game, pass play, definitely a pass here. Won't be playing Ryan, won't be playing either offense. But yeah, like I said, Leahy's not good. The Twins are equally not as good. So
yeah, dude, I think
before we move on.
Yeah, I think the mistake. I think you can't stack against Joe Ryan. Like, yeah, maybe Joe Ryan gets hit, but I don't think Minnesota puts up a winning score. I think they can.
No. My point is, we see Joe Ryan. This is what Joe Ryan's biggest bugaboo has been is the long ball. So if he gives up 2 or 3 home runs and gets chased, and they're up 6-7-0 or maybe a couple runs, then what happens there is you get a shitty bullpen, right?
Yeah.
And a very low owned stack. So
yeah.
I totally agree with you in the sense of like, yeah, it's probably not the smart play, and it's probably
like on this slate when there's like all obvious offense. There's not always a Vegas game. Like if the Vegas game wasn't in play, like there would be, it's like or like we have with the Dodgers and Cellular. I mean, is it still called Cellular Field? Who cares? The White Sox Stadium. But yeah. To me, it's just like a little too thin. But I get it. Like it would be uber contrarian, and I see your case. Joe Ryan can give up 8 runs, and 3 or 4 of those runs could be home runs. So.
But let's keep on shuffling our feet and moving on. We have the Rays on the road facing the Angels. Pretty far travel there, huh? For the Rays. Yeah. Shane O'Mac for the Rays. Sam Aldegretti. Aldehari.
I don't know. I'm probably
sure I butchered the hell. Sorry, Sam. Yeah, I'm sure you're a lovely guy. I'm sorry about your name. But Shane, I don't, Shane could be in play here for sure for some people.
Mhm.
I really don't want to like to play them against lefty. I mean, I really don't like to play lefties against the Angels. I know they strike out a lot, but the scariest bats in the lineup are righties. So for me, I'm not going to do that. You can totally talk me into a race stack. Going to be lower on, but there's only a few bats I really want from there, and that's Caminero, who's priced up, Diaz priced up, Aranda priced up. We saw Chandler Simpson kind of slump a little bit, right? He hasn't been what he was to start the season. So for me, it's just going to be another pass game. Shane Max totally in play. I totally get it. Angels strike out a whole bunch. For me, I'm just not going to do it on the slate. It's paying up for Miz and it's paying down at Mother SP2. But what are your thoughts here?
You can't play Shane McClanahan, and like at this, he's too expensive. He's 9.2, and these are his pitch counts in his last 3 games: 81, 70, 84. Like they're not letting him go 90, 100 pitches anymore. So like, I think at 9.2, the upside is not there. With that said, I don't want to play the Angels because the A's are so damn scrappy. Like they always find a way to like, even if Shane has a bad start, they'll just rotate 5 guys in. They'll get an out for each guy. I think Tampa is an interesting stack. Again, it's a priority. Their cost, Yandy and Caminero have been hitting the ball well, and like you would have to include them in a stack, and I think they're expensive. So I think there's better priority spots. I think this is a fade game. I'm not playing Shane Mack at that price, too expensive. And then Alahari's not good. Tampa's too expensive. I think there's better offensive spots. Again, this is a spot Tampa puts up maybe 5 to 6 runs, which would be good on a normal slate. I think this slate's not going to be enough.
Let's move to the bonanza game of the slate we have. And still in Oakland. Can you just confirm? Sorry, they're still in Las Vegas. I keep saying Oakland. They're not even Oakland anymore, so it doesn't even matter. Nothing I say is important. Yeah. Can you confirm it's in Las Vegas? So the Rockies on the road facing Athletics. I know there's 6 games. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is one of them. So we have a TBD for the Rockies. It's still Zach Agnos as kind of the opener, long bulk. And then for the Athletics, we have Gage Jump. Man, I want to play Gage Jump so bad in this spot because the guy's very good. The problem is he just needs to put everything on the ground and strike guys out. But he's a very good pitcher in my eyes. Like everything he passes the eye test, underlines look great. We know the Rockies aren't very good. I just don't know if it's worth the risk on this slate. Maybe a small dollar team, I'll do it. It's kind of like a rotation point with Lodolo and some other cheap guys. But for me, I don't want to do it. But in the same breath, I'm not playing the Rockies. It's the A's all day. I'm not playing the Rockies against Jump. I think he's really good. But the A's, play all the A's, anyone you want. A guy I'm definitely going to be playing as long as he's in the lineup is Law Dog. Lawrence has been, on the bench, kind of in a, just a part-time role for a few weeks now. But if that bat gets hot, he's going to be a full-time player again. And when that bat gets hot, it gets real hot. So the guy can absolutely mash when he gets it rolling there. So for me in here against a righty, I kind of like him. He's going to be a cheaper bat there. Obviously play Kurtz, play all the guys. Man, Max Muncy, all these guys are very good. I mean, Bolte is Bolte's sprint speed is 30. The guy's an absolute monster, and he's got an absolute hammer of a bat. So definitely don't leave that guy off if he's in the lineup. Yeah. They're just rotating so many guys. You have Colby Thomas back, Cortez, Soderstrom. Like, where are you going to fit these guys in? Man, we really need to find room for Law Dog here. So I hope he's in the lineup. TBD on that. But A's all day. I could be talking to Jump as a kind of contrarian pitcher in this spot, but no Rockies for me. And I know that might be a little bit different than others. Maybe people are playing the Rockies. I'm not doing it in this spot.
Yeah. I think the Rockies are in play. I think any bat from this game is in play. I mean, I think the A side is the Athletics. And I'm just so torn, Dylan. They're going to be so high owned. They're cheap too. That's the problem. Like they haven't really, like Nick Hurst is 6K, but like you still have some value like Butler. And that's the hard part on the slate. It's like, do you play a 3-2 Lawrence Butler? Because I think, he could put up 14 to 20 points. And like at 3-2, it's like, of course you want that. But like, I wonder if there's like ways, maybe like Taylor Ward beats him, or maybe Ryan Ward beats him. You see what I'm saying, Dylan? So it's like that's an example of like Ryan Ward will be 4% owned or less, and Lawrence Butler starting in this lineup would be 15 to 20% owned. So that's kind of the little micro decisions you have to make, but. I mean, Athletics are a great play. Colorado's a great play. Wait for lineups, but I think, you could throw. I mean, if you want to feel good about your team going into the late slate, just have players from this game.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, this is the late slate, right? You have one more game after this. We have the Cubs on the road facing the Giants. I think it's Javier Assad on the mound for the Cubs. Yep. And then Landon Roop on the mound for the Giants. I know Roop had that one start where he got blown up. Underlines are phenomenal. That guy's good. I mean, he's at the whim of BABIP occasionally, and that's what happened in that start. But just a guy I'm not going to play against. Javier Assad, on the other hand, his underlines are horrible. I mean, he's fine at pitching, I guess. Kind of a low walk rate. Nothing else is good there. But again, it's the Giants. The Giants aren't special. They're kind of a bad offense, except for the other day when they came back and they won that game. And Eldridge is, man, he's swinging a hot bat, and that guy's an absolute monster prospect. So the guy's very good. His underlines look very good. Once again, it's in San Francisco, a part that kind of mitigates, huge blow-ups there. So for me, I'm not going to do it, but I totally see the Giants scoring some runs there. So for me, not a priority. But if I was picking a side in this game, it'd probably be the Giants for me, to be honest.
Yeah. I don't hate the Giants. I think, I'm with you. I mean, man, San Francisco's just really, Chicago's really struggling. This is just like a battle of like two bad offenses currently. Mm-hmm. That game you referenced where Logan Roop got shot, it was like he was sick or like there was something came out that like something was off before the game. And that's why people thought like, oh, that makes sense why he had to struggle. He's a decent pitcher. I think Chicago just is, they're reeling right now. The vibes are real bad. I think it's an avoid spot for me. I won't play the Chicago bat.
I think they lost the series to Colorado. That's how bad it was. And I was all aboard. Like, dude, they're gonna smash. They're gonna score 20 runs. This, that, man. I couldn't bend further off. Like they just,
it was horrible.
They're reeling. I mean, Bregman finally got the shot, hit a home run there. I mean, that's fine. But it's like, come on, it's Coors. You guys are facing the bottom tier pitcher in the league, and you guys can do nothing. So I get your point, but I can't fathom playing the Cubs in the spot as a contrary, even in a part that's going to mitigate some of their power bats. So
agreed.
Wilson, you got anything else to add on the slate?
No, man, I think that's it. We'll
keep it at like 40 minutes. I want to look at some World Cup action before I jump in there.
Yeah, shit, I got to do that too.
We'll be back to talk best ball, everything. Maybe we'll do a DraftKings and underdog tomorrow and just kind of run through that.
I mean, we can do. I guess. Well, I mean, we can do underdog until we run out of teams because I'm gonna run out of teams. The DraftKings visuals just suck compared to underdog. It's horrible. And then it like pauses your phone. Like, dude, they have the bigger prize pool, but I think I've only done 2 drafts in DraftKings.
I want to get in that 5-5-5. A couple of those 5-5-5s for DraftKings.
Yeah, for sure.
They're tantalizing. So, anywho, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back. Win that 100K tonight. Take down the 888 single entry assassin. I'm gonna win something. There's something on the horizon. There's a big one.
Yeah, there's a big fish. Is it like that little bobber? You see it going down. There's a fucking fish, dude. And then you pull it up. It's a damn little baby ass sunfish. You're like,
you feel it. It's like, and then you're like, what's hooked is the log, and it's just like,
you're like, dude, come check this thing out. Yeah, it's a bunch of seaweed. You're like, God, man, my eyes are tricking me. All right, we'll be back. Thanks for tuning in, folks. And then we'll be talking some best ball this weekend. Hopefully, we have another screenshot showing us winning tonight. If it's not you, sir, I hope it's me. All right. We'll be in touch, sir.
All right, later.